activated, and the field stands set and ready to move. 1200. Terra Tiff is an easing favourite from the inside, and they're off and they're racing. Jumped okay, but now drifted right back to be near enough to last and is being ridden along by Pike. First to get going, Frappuccino. Real Deluxe has superior speed, though, and burned it off and coming over Gigi Pop, so Frappuccino settles third. In behind those, travelling fourth is Sunshine Tafe, and then off the course a bit wider, Countess of Kenner. Corn Cob's near the rail, then Forever Dreaming and Spectacular Park, and a gap of a length and a half further away behind those, Paddy's Flying. Second last is the favourite, Terra Tiff, and losing touch with the field, Becca Lotti. To the turn they head, 500 left to go, and the grey Real Deluxe will straighten in front. Real Deluxe at the top of the home running, a length and a half clear. Gigi Pops, Countess of Kenner in the white silks. Then Sunshine Tafe getting up underneath of it. Frappuccino near the rail, followed then wider out by Spectacular Park. Corn Cob looking for the short way home. Pike's trying to weave his way through with Terra Tiff. Spectacular Park hits the lead with 150 to go from Countess of Kenner. Terra Tiff just getting into a bit of traffic down near the inside, running on Becca Lotti from last as well. Spectacular Park's in front though. Terra Tiff finally gets clear, but it was too late. Spectacular Park beat Terra Tiff, who didn't see a lot of daylight. Becca Lotti's been a monster of a run from the tail of the field, and Gigi Pops close up with that group. Real Deluxe, Corn Cob was sneaking home through near the rail. Forever Dreaming, Countess of Kenner pulling up there in the run-on. Likewise behind them, Frappuccino, Sunshine Tafe, and Paddy's Flying amongst the last of them in. Number 8's the winner, Spectacular Park, written by Clint Johnston Porter. The Peters Investments own gelding, Spectacular Park, down the outside, has landed the prize from Terra Tiff, who was doing a lot of zigging and zagging back in congestion before getting clear. But Spectacular Park was able to establish a break. Mike was following Gigi Pops, Countess of Kenner through. There was general shifting. He got the gap. Gigi Pops then rolled on out. Real Deluxe rolled on out. He wasn't getting a lot of smooth room to get through. And Spectacular Park, in contrast, had momentum. Terra Tiff getting through. And a third, Becca Lotti. What a run it was. It was a clear last, conspicuous tail ender coming to the home corner, and has finished on into third money. Fourth is Gigi Pops, 8.316, 3/4 and a neck of the margins, and a time is still to be confirmed. So Gigi Pops, who was first up, was the first to grab Real Deluxe. Countess of Kenner, Spectacular Park really had an uninterrupted passage on the outside of those, whereas Willie Pike was having to manoeuvre and push and bustle and hustle his way through some congestion, with Becca Lotti getting a good toe into the ground late, charging home. Spectacular Park is by Ocean Park out of Spectacular, trained by Michael Grantham, and Clint Johnston Porter gets on the board for the first time on a Saturday here in this new season of racing. Scoring from Terra Tiff by Awesome Rock the mare, Willie Pike for Grant and Delana Williams, and third Becca Lotti number 1 by A-Lot, trained by Tiana Noski, ridden by Luke Campbell. It has made up a tremendous amount of the ground. 8, 3, 1 and 6 the placings to race number 3. Race 4, the Jockey Celebration Day Stakes. It'll be next over 1,400 metres with 9 to do battle. There are no changes. Let's go down to Michael Grantham, who's made his way to the winner's enclosure to catch up with Lockie.
Thanks, Darren. Spectacular Park returns to the winner's circle for the second time this campaign as Michael Grantham joins me now. Michael, congratulations on the win, as Liam suggested pre-race, and you had to be blind to miss it. Didn't have a lot of luck last start, but makes amends today.
Yeah, it did, and we didn't miss him during the week either. We made sure we were spot on Wednesday morning with his gallop, and the girl Brooke that worked him said that he worked really well, so it was a good sign. 3
wins now at 1,200 metres. With the way he's been finding the line, is he looking for a little bit further now?
I think so, even though there was a lot of speed in this race in a way. He had that tactical speed early to muster and get into a good spot. But yeah, that could have been the hindsight. Dropping back to the 12 might have been my only concern, but the horse has done a good job this prep.
Only the one runner here this afternoon. You'll be lost. What are you going to do for the rest of the afternoon?
Well, I think it's 20 past 2 now, and I've got feed up at 3 o'clock, so hopefully he urines and we're out of here. Urinate, sorry.
Hopefully he takes his time and maybe you can get someone else to do it for you. Well done here.
Thanks, Lockie.
There's Michael Grantham after the win of Spectacular Park. Clint Johnson-Porter is just catching up with the winning connections after the win of Spectacular Park, and he'll weigh in inside, make things official, then he'll come outside and catch up with Scotty after the win, because he was a good thing beat last start, but he makes amends today. And Tara Tiff was very, very unlucky weaving her way through the field. It wasn't to be for Tara Tiff and favourite punters, but Spectacular Park, if you stayed patient, you were well rewarded today.
Exactly right. Portsy will go and weigh in, and then we'll get a word here on Spectacular Park. But Clint Johnson-Porter and also Michael Grantham, as you said, pre-race, Lockie, they've had a serious run of form here at Pinjarra Park. Only the one runner for that pairing today, but it comes out victorious. Obviously, there'll be plenty of people watching the Stewards Vision later on, just trying to sell themselves on how unlucky Tara Tiff was, and you can see in the head-on that she just didn't have a lot of room to move, even under the 59 as well. But taking nothing away from the victory of Spectacular Park, he's come back really well this campaign, Clint.
Yeah, definitely. His first up win was good, and his run the other day was just really, really unlucky.
Where were you able to get to him today from that draw?
You're picking up my talk. No, look, the draw was always going to be awkward. I planned to go right forwards, keep him out of trouble, but I didn't really have the tempo to do that. Took the straight 8 with cover line, and it sort of won me the race in the end.
We spend so much time together, it was bound to rub off eventually. Now, Sisu Warrior later on, what do you think of his chances in the feature?
Yeah, look, his run the other day was super. Just as long as he handles the track as good as the one I just won on did, we'll be all right.
Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Clint Johnson-Porter. He combines with Spectacular Park and Michael Grantham to take out the third here at Belmont Park, as our attention now turns to the third broom on Racing WA TV. It's the 1,600 metre affair for the 50-plus gallopers. Changu is our favourite, but let's have a look at these runners as they head out on track, Matty, and we'll start with the one, Mr. Hollywood, for Angela Smith and Simone Altieri.
He was able to break his maiden at start 39-2 back, Lockie, and he raced 8 days ago against a few of his foes here today. I thought it was a good effort considering the on-pace bias of the track that day. He never got the flow into the race. He was always in between runners, and I thought he did a good job to get within 4 lengths of Fries with that on the day. He'll get back, he'll work his way through the field. He gets an extra furlong, and he gets 1.5 kilos on that galloper to try and reel him in. Here